I'm now joined by Dr. Uwe Janssens. He is an intensive care doctor and a member of the German Association of Critical Care and Emergency Medicine. Dr. Janssen, what's the situation in German hospitals and particularly in intensive care units right now?
Yes, to state it clearly, the burden is very high, the pressure is very high, but not just starting this week. For weeks, we are working on a very big pressure. In some areas, the pressure is so big that people are getting sick over this. The psychological and the physical stress for the healthcare workers is immense. They stand up against the SARS-CoV-2 and this inevitable situation, but we fear that the strength of these people is getting down in the next few days. So we stated this morning that we want the government and all the governments in Germany, the 16 states, to get to a lockdown much harder than it was pronounced early in November. This is the only way to slow down the high infection rates and to stop the rising numbers of infected COVID-19 people on the ICUs all over Germany.
But give us an idea, how far away from capacity are we in the ICUs?
We have areas where the ICU capacities just have left 5 to 10% open beds. That's not enough to cover the broad range of severely ill patients. You must imagine we have in some areas like Berlin up to 26% COVID-19 patients. In other areas like Mecklenburg-Vorpommern or Schleswig-Holstein, 0%. So we have a broad range, and this is the only hope we have at the moment, that the other ICUs in Schleswig-Holstein, Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, in countries of Germany which have open beds will help other hospitals which don't have any beds anymore. So in North Rhine-Westphalia, the situation is in some areas quite critically. At the moment, we get to the point we help all people, but if it lasts, it won't work anymore.
Well, the infection rate among the elderly, the over 80s, is particularly high. Why is that, and what does that mean for hospitals?
Yes, it seems that the virus SARS-CoV-2 spread again into the old population, and it is that is the fact. These people live at home; they live in old people's home, and somebody has to bring the virus in this old people's home and in these facilities. And these are people from outside. The virus doesn't go through the window; it comes with other people. So this is the result of this lockdown light. The virus spread throughout the population. And now we have the problem that older people are getting infected. And if they get infected, their immune system is not quite so properly like a 30, 40, 50-year-old man or woman. They suffer very severely ill from this virus, and they don't have any immune weapon to fight the virus and to control the virus. So the course of the disease in these old people is very severe, and they have a very high mortality rate, even when they come on the intensive care units. Over the age of 70, 80, the mortality in intensive care units is above 80%.
It's quite astonishing figures there. Looking at this second wave, are you happy with the job that the politicians have done so far?
My credo is that don't talk about what happened. In the end, we have to see that what they did the last few weeks, they should not do the same thing in 21. So we have learned now that we should hear to our Chancellor, Angela Merkel, we should hear to the intensive care medicines who says, keep it down, and to think the lockdown light would help the economy, etc., etc. That's ridiculous, because the economy like this in the moment will last for weeks, for months, and the restaurants and the bars will close for months. If we do a strict lockdown, the infection rates go down. You saw it in Ireland. You saw it in France. You saw it in Belgium. Every country demonstrated that it was successful. So now it was the last chance to recognize this and to do a lockdown.
Dr. Uwe Janssens, intensive care doctor and member of the German Association of Critical Care and Emergency Medicine. Thank you for joining us here on DW News.
Thank you. Good health.